statewide task force on DUI. Our officers do a terrific job. They have done it for so many years, but more than anything else is the dedication of our officers and, of course, the chiefs and the sheriffs and the other commanders from the departments to make sure that we keep our roads safe. This is a very tough time of the year because people like to celebrate, but also sometimes they forget that they drink too much, that you do something that we're emphasizing big time, which is get a designated driver. As you know, our slogan, drive hammer, get nailed, now it's got another addendum to it, and the addendum says that get a DD, not a DUI. I think it's critical that people understand what we do and how we do it, and the officers. As you see here, we have all these DUI vans that are being bought by the USS over the years, and then a lot of motors. And those motors put the lives on the line every day on the road, making sure everybody else is safe. So the whole thing here is for one purpose: remind the public of what we do, what law enforcement does in the state of Arizona. And we are a very unified state when it comes to drunk driving and law enforcement and keeping everybody else safe. At this time also, I'd like to say a couple things about some of the vehicles you see here. That big van there says Tucson Police Department is one of the first of the 6 DUI vans that were bought with federal dollars. And one thing about them is that even though Tucson is getting the first one, Phoenix PD, Maricopa County Sheriff, DPS, also Scottsdale, and Sonora, Pima, Maricopa police departments will get those kind of DUI vans. That's a new prototype. It's now in state contract. We're saving a lot of money with huge discounts by buying them here in Arizona. They were built with the boxes in Morgan and Ehrenberg, Arizona, and they're going to be built up on a state contract by someone in Tempe. So everything stays here in Arizona, and we're very proud that everything can be done in Arizona with taxpayer dollars that stay right here in Arizona. So again, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. We have a number of speakers. At this time, I'd like to just recognize a few people, and if I forget somebody, I'm sorry, but you know, we have some other dignitaries we'd like to recognize, but we didn't get their names exactly right. But here's who's here. I know we got Assistant Chief from Glendale, President Becker. We have, of course, Beth Barnes and Arion Carrion from the Phoenix Prosecutor's Office. They're out there to do the job in the city of Phoenix. We have our great director of the Department of Corrections, Chuck Ryan, a great friend and a good man who heads a huge department. And besides Chuck is also people like Mike Branham, the director of the Department of Juvenile Corrections. Let me go through some of his names kind of fast. John Harris, the Sororita Police Chief, is here. Representing Cottonwood PD, Lieutenant Nixon. Commander Peters is here from the Mesa Police Department. Captain Mark Ramsey from DPS. Lieutenant Tommy Terry from Mesa PD. Commander Greg Dominguez from Glendale PD. And then a number of others from Phoenix, but Commander Joe Klima, an old friend, who's now the traffic commander for Phoenix. Commander Jeff McNeil from Shoalo. We have Chief Donnie Jones from St. John's, Chief Tim Dorn from Gilbert, and Gilbert does a terrific job when it comes to arresting drunk drivers. Chief Andy Anderson, another gentleman that worked in the Governor's Office with safety a long time. He has patrol. And let's see, we have Greg Anderson from Sonora PD, Steve Campbell, the Assistant Chief now, or the Chief, I guess is the Deputy Chief in El Mirage. Assistant Chief Dave Lynn from Chandler, and Deputy Chief Dave Tromby from MCSO. Again, there's people here from Motor Vehicle Division, there's people here from all over the state, and the officers that come here from St. John's down to Tucson to everywhere else in the state. And to the officers, again, thank you for being here. It's important that we all do this on a regular, on a yearly basis to remind the public of the dangers of drinking and driving. At this time, what I'd like to do is introduce the Police Chief of Phoenix, Public Safety Manager, Jack Harris, to say a few words about what we're doing. Yep.